this is Dr. Douglas Husbands. I'm an Institute for Functional Medicine certified practitioner. Today, I want to talk to you about the top 3 biotoxin detox failures. The number 1 reason is impaired drainage from the brain lymphatic system. The number 2 reason is impaired detoxification through the common bile duct. And the number 3 reason is impaired or inadequate detoxification via the GI tract through the feces. Let's talk about the first reason, impaired brain lymphatic drainage. In 2017, researchers discovered that the brain, the dura mater, the covering over the brain, has connections where lymphatics drain and clean out substances from the brain. They may be toxins, or they may be metabolic byproducts or waste products. In other words, it's drained out and cleaned out through the brain lymphatic system. Now, this was a really big, important discovery, because up until that time, it was thought for many years that the brain didn't have lymphatics that would drain for detoxification. So that's one very important aspect of a good detoxification, that you can use substances to increase lymphatic drainage from the brain. The number 2 reason is impaired common bile duct drainage. And now what's called the hepatobiliary system, that is the liver, gallbladder, the ducts that connect from there and end in the common bile duct, going into the middle part of the duodenum, the upper part of the small intestine. You need to make sure that that's clear so that toxins can drain from there into the intestines and be eliminated via the intestines through the feces. You have to have that drainage clear. If you don't, if there's impairment by various things such as worms, yes, worms, even here in the United States, people can be, in fact, the research shows that people, even in the United States here, where we have good sanitation and relatively good hygienic habits, more people than realize can have worms. Now, these worms can lodge in the common bile duct, causing blockages and backup of toxins higher up. And what's so important about worms also is that they can be harbingers of smaller macromolecules or micromolecules and other substances, biologic substances such as mold, mycotoxins, and even heavy metals, little particulate heavy metals, and also the bacteria implicated in Lyme, such as Babesia, Borrelia, Burgdorferi, Ehrlichia, and other Lyme-associated organisms. Now, so if these things are being held by the worms or other parasites, then that's going to cause a blockage in the common bile duct and things will back up there. So that's a very important thing to make sure that you consider. Now, why are worms not as easily picked up as we'd like with even the most advanced stool testing? Well, that's because we have to think about the worms are using us as a host to stay alive. And so they do not want to come out easily. So even on the most advanced stool testing, lots of times they're not really picked up that well. So you have to consider that, worms blocking the common bile duct. The number 3 reason for failure for biotoxin detoxification is inadequate elimination of toxins out the GI tract through the feces. And regarding that, many times, now I'm sure a lot of you have gone through one or more detoxification procedures, and you may have found that, well, things didn't really get that much better. A big part of that, there's a lot of emphasis on using binders to pull things out, activated charcoal, cholestyramine, but one side effect of cholestyramine is it actually impairs elimination through the feces. But anyway, these binders, though cholestyramine is a good binder, by the way, so these binders do latch on and they pull things out through the feces. But what's not emphasized enough is that you need to be eliminating not just once a day, but 2 or 3 times a day at least, especially if you're trying to pull out these biotoxins, mold, mycotoxins, yeast, Lyme bacteria, and especially heavy metals. So when you're doing some type of active detoxification, you want to make sure that you're moving your bowels, good bowel movements 2 or 3 times a day at least, not just once a day. So these 3 reasons as to why many biotoxin detoxification procedures fail are factors that we want to take into account so that you get good results as far as biotoxin detoxification. This is Dr. Douglas Husbands. If you have any other questions, please feel free to contact me at drhusbands.com. Thank you. I hope this has been valuable for you.